What is up? I'm here, I'm queer and full of social fear, and this is a new video from the Scylla system. YouTube is a pretty messed up place, and you would have to be stuck on the kids app to think otherwise. Something that has been coming up more recently again and again is YouTubers creating alter egos of themselves that show up in videos. Now, whilst this adds a little bit of extra pizzazz to their videos, this is actually harmful for people within the dissociative disorder community. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll give you a little history lesson. There are two notorious evil alter egos spread across YouTube and the internet in general, and they are Markiplier's evil twin / evil entity who wants to take over his body, Darkiplier, and the demon, glitch, virus thing that is constantly trying to possess and kill Jacksepticeye Antisepticeye. I have a strong love and appreciation to both of these YouTubers and respect them fully, but let's take a look at what they are doing with these evil personas. Darkiplier is the more fleshed out of the two characters by far, gaining his own backstory in the videos Who Killed Markiplier, and having a lot more video appearances than Antisepticeye. It is revealed to us that he is Mark's twin brother, and through a complex turn of events within Who Killed Markiplier, he was left without a body and twisted with an evil entity. He shows up in videos that are scarier in nature and often seems to exist only to amp up the creepy factor of Mark's gaming videos. Antisepticeye was largely created due to Jack's audience jumping on creepy thumbnails and videos, with Jack coming forward and creating the character in flesh. Antisepticeye often glitches over Jack's footage and at times can even take over Jack's body and create a lot of harm. It is widely accepted that he is a type of virus that is hell-bent on having a body of his own to do with what he wants. As characters goes, these two are nothing special. A very typical evil persona with the dark aesthetic, slight insanity, and a want for control and power. But what do these characters mean for people with dissociative disorders? First off, it can come across as another thing that can scare people away from D.I.D. or OSDD. The representation of evil alter egos who are physically and mentally harmful far outweigh the number of representation of those who are not. Although Mark does have several other alter egos, which we will cover in a separate video. Having these kinds of characters present in people's everyday watching lives means that when they are confronted with people who actually have separated personalities, they will be much quicker to draw on the negative stigma that these characters bring to mind. It can also create fear for those who are newly diagnosed or on the pathway to having a diagnosis. Imagine being told by a specialist that you may have a disorder, only to have the only knowledge you have about that disorder be characters like Dark and Anti. People who are already going through so much are then put under more distress because this is the only thing they can draw on for knowledge, the first thing that comes to mind. These kinds of characters may seem like fun and games to people outside of the dissociative disorder community, but to those within, they can actually be extremely damaging. Finally, the impact they can have on personalities that may be struggling with their own evil identities. An extremely common type of personality is a persecutor, a protector who has a very twisted form of protection that can be quite negative and harmful to the body and others in their life. Having characters like these actively embracing their harmful and toxic personality traits can make personalities who are a little lost and twisted more harmful to others, or make them very uncomfortable within their own healing process. It would be similar to constantly smoking in front of an ex-smoker. Bringing up past traumas and toxic behaviours to someone who is striving to stop, or to someone who is still stuck heavily in those behaviours, can be very damaging to that person. Characters like these normalise violence towards oneself and others, and can be seen as an extremely bad role model for personalities who might lean towards this kind of behaviour. These evil alter ego characters are nothing new in media, and is a trope that is used quite often. YouTubers who are trying to create more engagement and a larger fan base can often see this kind of thing as a way of reaching out to a wider group, but tend to overlook what they might be doing to the people who are impacted by the type of negative stigma these characters can bring about. Don't get me wrong, I love these characters, and I love both Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and mean them no hate. This is just something they may need to be a little more aware of in their portrayal of their evil characters. If you guys agree or disagree with anything we have said, please tell us in the comments, and if you haven't already subscribed to see more content like this, please do that. For now, keep that insanity bar low and your HP high, and we will see you in the next one.